brought your
We're
laptop?
seeing in the mid lane.
Do people just like try and like randomly jump into people's tournament games?
Oh yeah. Well, no, they're just doing custom games. Like they're not doing anything special.
Like, why would you want to do that though? Like, join a custom game, not a.
Who knows?
Why do people just join other people's custom games?
I'm gonna make a share sheet. You've got a scary place to be at.
People who own custom games do.
Who are you? You're pretty classy.
Oh, he's my friend. He's Dan. Also,
Oh, okay, cool. Because if you're taking photos, I have like a time for coming in. He's gonna yeah, but no, thank you. Take photos. I'll be on. I'm updating it, yes. What's going on this? Is this your phone?
It might be his.
Okay, whatever. Come here. Begin the line.
Yeah, whoever's on Smoke Shotgun is straight 3, like straight 3 echo.
That's you, Luke.
Yeah, okay, you get my text?
I did. I have like something to do.
Seems legit.
Hey, Dev. Team Bro 41.
I'm. Give me 1 second.
Where's my sound coming out?
I don't care about that team right now because they're not playing slot.
Oh, okay. Alright.
It's your
What have I got?
I just bought it for 700. Oh, you bought it? Yeah.
Give me 1 goddamn second.
Can we just
Yeah. This next one's coming up.
Alright, cool.
Here we go. They got Gary. Are we streaming?
We can be now. Who knows what's going on?
Check the Twitch feed.
Yes.
Gmail.com.
Well, yep. There we go. Okay, so. Alright. There's us. Who looks so nice.
Quick scoop.
Okay. You get closer there.
There we go.
Man, we look professional.
God damn it.
That's because we are professional, Jillian.
The most professional of professionals.
Now these guys, the Curbstampin scan the microphone here. I think what you would done.
Alright, looks like we're having a little bit of trouble with Curbstampin in the microphone, so we'll be starting here shortly, as soon as they fix that.
We might have to delay their game after.
Alright.
Okay.
We're starting it back now.
Okay, you know what? Derail is gonna have to be good enough.
Sorry, which key is it again? It's
Enter.
will that enter work as well?
No, it doesn't.
Just 3 minutes until the issue.
We can fight over it, or you can take control, or I can just be like,
I like the fighting over it.
okay.
Depending on how they build, both of these can be very good combinations.
3 unranked, what noobs, 2
Okay,
pro. Watch
I just
out.
got a mass email to all the players. I don't know who's in my house now.
Gotta give us the whole team play. Do any of these jacks? In the top left, we're gonna see a jack.
Very few of them. I have a power strip here. There was another one floating around.
We'll try this. Who's on that range. We'll see how that plays out in the first couple levels. But once they hit level 6, I believe the jacks will have a little bit of advantage.
Want to turn the webcam off while we're just drinking our coffee, waiting for the game to start.
Maybe people wanted to watch us.
That's true. That's a little creepy.
Yeah, that is pretty creepy, actually.
Yeah, I'll probably not use that. That's probably, I don't know. Because I set mine up for my mic.
Very powerful teams. They pair themselves off.
Let's see, have a power strip.
There was one floating around up here, and I think.
Oh, we're using that?
How far does your cord reach?
Very far.
There.
This is how we know we're doing this. When it's easier to climb under or climb over tables.
We can go.
See here, yeah, here. Hold that, and then.
He has more people coming in.
There's a plug.
Oh, like, not that.
Oh,
No,
wow.
Right there? Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, this thing in.
It was gonna reach.
Oh, was it? Okay, thanks, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is.
It's probably an easier.
You over here? Thank you. Hi.
No,
I'm
no,
here.
no.
First. I'm over first. Working out was. You want
About
to
15 seconds until we get underway. We are going to we're about to see team gangsters. Both teams had a matchup in their first games. We're going to see who can come out on top this time.
I need to go.
I believe Team Bro 41 won theirs.
Right, I updated it. It hasn't updated it. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
There's an email sent out to all staff with a Google Doc sheet, and I'll be updated with brackets as they go on.
Very good.
Along with all players, so they can check that. Yes.
Checking the stats.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, wait, that's it. He actually gathered a photo.
Oh, that's not hard.
I don't know.
What
No,
icon is that? From season 3.
Something about like having a photographer.
Oh, yeah, he said that, someone said that they were coming.
Oh, okay.
Teams
I
are
guess
pretty
it-
quick on the
Yeah.
game.
My double stick tape is failing me.
Oh no.
Thank God it's not tape for keeping dress up around my nipples. Otherwise, today would be very exciting.
Considering
Oh my God, that's so glorious. God, I love drugs. I probably shouldn't say that wearing these glasses.
This is gonna be an interesting game. I don't think they realize how good Alden is.
He's got a flat border.
But they're saying right there 3 unranked.
From
their comments.
But
if we're doing some research.
This is a lot easier if you do a whole bunch of research and know the players.
yeah, these guys are from UIC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we've got a UIC versus IIT.
Yeah.
We can play off that for
Yeah.
like at least 5 seconds. That would give us like 5 seconds of commentary.
Right.
I don't know how.
Also, what's the point about Marina's name and place for boats?
So that's.
Marina? Do you know what a marina is? A marina is a place for boats.
Oh.
He's already making trades and Jackson's like bomb around for teaching himself serious. Really? I'm not it, but it's not proving to be that good. It was power and.
All right, looks like we're about to get started.
Yeah. Do you want to keep the camera up on this one?
Yeah.
Do you want to view on this one, or do you want to view on the other screen?
I like the view in the league screen. We should put the camera up.
Okay. There we go. Let's look like we don't hate each other.
Only partially true.
Only, yeah.
Who is shrinking himself in with the tower, and oh, first blood goes to the tower and to Nivea, who also gets an egg. This is a really exciting situation. Both teams go entirely ham in mid lane. It is Christmas dinner. All right, things are starting to slow down a little bit here, as mid lane has Optimism and Nivea's passive, and Anna has already died.
Oh, whoops.
You know, he didn't say popped egg Nivea's passive. Big fail.
So, Nivea is back in yet. Ken was able to pick up the block.
Yeah, he should be,
Yeah, he's top on the Jacks.
So do we?
Getting harassed. I think you're right. I mean, we're listening. Mike is all for safety. Chrissy is.
Oh my god.
I don't remember pretty starters. I know. I think you're right. Jax is going in for a level 3, but Quinn has struggled behind him with level and.
Alright, there we go.
It's not going anywhere. So Ken has seen a lot of
This is
damage
how we
from
do it.
prospects. And the, and then, just talking about what was able to rocket jump away.
116 was easy.
No follow there from the Sivir, which is an unfortunate play, because she was also running a little bit on there.
I don't know why.
I guarantee you all. Reveal.
You can be in charge of that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're finally ready to get this game started. We're casting here to you live from room 007, where we have a room licensed to cast.
And we see that, unfortunately, JX is looking to have not pushed off the activator tower.
So a little bit of history about these two teams. We've got Team Kabum Black, which is actually a team of IIT students, and then we have Team...
Curbstampin here. They're from UIC.
Yeah, there you go. Showing exactly how much research I have done on this game. Which would be none.
We might get some action, maybe some voice action. Because right now, vision is not a thing. I'm sure Ray Charles will be proud.
Luke's made of solid gold.
Oh, and Blitz again with the hook just to keep them off this Sivir, who went down very low, but it's not enough, and they continue the push, and it looks like Waterloo has been pushed out of bot lane, and
They're gonna have babies.
And in top lane, we still see the Quinn backing around, and just freezing.
Turban.
And Udyr is joining with.
Alden plays a lot of Victor.
And Vi is going with her blue spikes game, so.
Looks like Team Curbstampin has decided to ban out one of the most played mids on Team Kabum Black, Victor.
Giving us actually a game that she will need to make use of that. Steal some movement speed for us.
Team Kabum Black banning a lot of assassins.
No, and a missed hook from Blitz does not do much for him, as he did not come back when he went down to just under 200 health. And it looks like we're starting to set up for a gank coming in here, but it looks like Waterloo knew what was going to go on or was asking for their own game, as they were paying the net quite furiously. And Jusana dodges a hook and then rocket jumps away. That will go on cooldown for a little bit, so let's see if the Blitz can make a play while that's coming.
Looks like we might get a Nocturne pick here.
Anything going on? No, much more safely since we're seeing that clearly hurting. And it's an all-in. Kevin is fine. He's still going in, and Vi is coming in, but no. She dashes over the wall, leaving Kennen to be entirely vulnerable there in mid lane. If he sticks around, if Vivian Lane is more and more EQ combo, that's going to be in some big trouble. Oh, and now Udyr comes in.
Looks like Woog is hovering over Leona there. That's a good choice for her. She plays a lot of Leona in solo queue.
This mid game here, because the Ken is actually out farming the Anivian at the moment. However, the Anivia has reached 6 and can now farm a little bit easier with her incredible frost damage.
So is that gonna be a Hector mid?
But neither jungler has made much of a difference.
Well, no, they're gonna pick champions for bans and then they're gonna trade, right?
I don't know if they're actually gonna do that or not. My last game didn't do any of that. I just really want to see Hector
Well,
mid.
then Alden is probably directing.
Alright, we're starting to see some vision come down on bot lane there, and we're seeing
The Raj
Mahal.
Mahal.
And Tristana gets grabbed by the Blitz. And how many spells are we going to see coming down? Tristana, they got to heal.
All right, looks like that was a quick pick there with Callista and Nautilus. They're a really good team. We've been seeing a lot of that in LCS play here.
And Jax comes in and is actually beating that Quinn up pretty bad. Looks like Quinn decided to try and roam under tower and get herself some aggro, which unfortunately was her downfall. She's now stuck in the jungle, coming right back on her. And Jax is just using his Grandmaster's Might to push down that way. We're seeing India back in mid lane with 56 CS. Her name is just keep farming.
On level 6, Yasuo is going to die.
Even after those amazing pushes that we saw for bot lane, all they got out of it was just one kill. The Bliss is down, it's just starting to return to lane, and the Jax is coming in real low, trying to, and they pop both flashes! Both blind flash away, and neither.
Corey's
gets
going to be
killed.
playing Heimerdinger.
That is a shame. But hey, they both got out of their
He's going to be
lives.
playing Heimerdinger top.
This is going to be a high-stakes game for them, and both teams really do not want to have to lose this one, because if they lose, they are out of the tournament. So winner will go on to continue to the first bracket in order to try their hand for the third one this slot. This is fairly high stakes.
Oh my.
As early on this game, they're already.
What the heck is happening here?
Yeah, well, that room's their obvious jungler. Oh, I see. Alden's going to do Fiora mid.
And he was trying to catch down Lydia, who has managed to
Uh-oh.
Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble here. So we just canceled out of Champ Select. We'll be with you shortly, letting you know.
We see Tristana in the bot lane has
Looks like we have Riot today.
LCSing Sivir by quite a lot, 60 to 49. And Ken is pushing in the mid lane to Lydia, who he just walks away from, knowing that he cannot dive her under tower just yet. All right, Ken goes in, all in with the ult, and he's going to get the egg again. And then he's passes back up, and he does not have the damage to put down to kill her. This is quite unfortunate, but he continues on, and Anivia goes in with her ult, and she gets the kill.
Sometimes playing the Jeopardy.
All right, looks like, and Udyr walks into lane just enough to steal that delicious CS and then get out. Classic Udyr player running in, not caring about the kills, and just gaining CS. I'm sure he's waiting for his power stacks to get up, and then he'll just be able to punch people to death. Jax comes in the mid lane, tries to pop the Udyr, who is out of mana, but the Udyr is still
Luke was
there
built for
and
this
just
kind of work.
He was.
We're seeing some
Zero filter.
All right, folks. Looks like we're back here in Champ Select.
They are
We are going to be seeing the same picks and bans here as the teams had their teams ready to go, and they wanted those champs. So we will see the same picks come out here.
Grandmaster comes down with an early stun, and Quinn is down in this trade so far. But with the range and Jax's lack of speed, it looks like Quinn is going to quickly turn this one around in her favor. And Ultra Quinn coming down, another stun, Grandmaster Smite, but it's not going to be enough, and Jax is down. Unfortunately, J-Bex falls to his late opponent again, and Kevin comes in, but he cannot.
This is a call out to Slothy Joe. We love you over here. Try to join our game, even though you're not at IIT. We love you here. This is 820 and Cassaway Jack.
He gets it. Ken gets his first kill of the day, who has been denied so hard by this Lydia and her damn egg passive.
That one was a little dark.
Bot lane is not very active yet. They're still pushing. Tristana is very content to just sit there and farm and not CS the Simmer. However, we're not seeing much action aside from that kill that we got put down on Blitz. Looks we're having Udyr hold lane up top as Quinn walks back.
Friend him right now.
Was able to get her cutlass, and Jax got picked up a page. So
We'll play with
Jax is gonna have a
him.
little bit more hurt, a little bit more health, but unfortunately, I believe that cutlass for Quinn is going to be more of a power spike than that page is going to prove for that Jax, especially since Quinn also picked up her attack speed boots. Quinn does not have a level advantage, however, she does have a CS advantage, having nearly double that from Jax, and a kill on top. Kind of drops his abilities as he attempts to poke Anivia down as much as possible while she's gone.
Well, guys, it looks like we picked up a new friend today in Slothy Joe. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't make friends playing video games.
And Waterloo has noticed they're starting to pay missing as they start to wonder where their lane opponents are. Are they going to start to make a move towards Dragon? As they do have a ward in place there. But Gangsters has nothing. No vision. We see the Jax come in and try and interrupt the Udyr quite rudely. He's trying to take his raptors. And Udyr just decides to bear stance and walk away. And Jax comes in and still gets the kill thanks to that pop. And Anivia comes in with the ult and the Q and grabs another kill for herself. Now that Anivia is 3-0, and she is going to be a force to be reckoned with later in this game. 12 minutes in, we still see no towers pushing this game. Not a lot of tower pushing as both teams are being fairly defensive until they know that they can get a kill, and at which point they have been going for it relentlessly. not a lot of entirely poor choices being made on the part of either team, as it seems to be mostly luck that they have not had the proper vision to know that other teammates were nearby. Jax teleports into his tower in order to try and grab the
Like I said, we work on riot time
cannot
here.
put down enough damage on her before she manages to take down the tower, and he's telling her she's
Didn't quite catch that. We work on riot time here, which means we wait forever for something to happen.
Does he land into
These teams will be really interesting here, this matchup. The team here from UIC, Curbstampin, they do have quite a range of abilities, as does Kabum Black here.
Alright.
I'm just now for the bonus section. So I have to run.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Okay.
Tom is pushing up in favor of Waterloo, and as we see, pushing dual pressure on Cannon. But they have their own backup.
You guys just present yourself.
So pushes coming down on bot lane as everyone is popping spells in
I
order
will
to
ask you for those.
just put down the hurt as everyone's dancing around Raptors and Red buffing.
Well, maybe I could just,
He said he will.
He's looking down as the jungler is duking out. And Kevin comes in too late as the wall comes out, and he falls for nothing. A wave comes down from Navi. Is Tristana able to lay down the hurt enough? No, she flashes over the wall because there's too much danger there for her, and she was right as the Waterloo bot lane comes in, cleans up, and there we see three, but one. Are we going to see more than one kill? And yes, we see 2 kills coming down for Waterloo, and only 1 in favor of Gangstas. They continue pushing as they're looking to pick up a third, but no, they cease and they pick up a red instead, and they decide to get back to lane as they clear up the jungle. Tristana, who was one of the 3 who made it out alive, continues to push bot lane and is putting herself in massive danger as the Sivir comes in and misses the hook. Buster shot comes down and gets a kill, but that's not going to be enough as the Queen comes in and gets her with a Q. It looks like Waterloo is starting to steamroll here as they've been getting kill after kill recently. Now
Which
they're
one was
going
he
to go
on?
back. They're going to get one kind of a power spike out of this buy.
3.
Unfortunately, the Sivir is still not seeing any love as she only has 1 kill to her name. The Nivea has been picking up the most of it, and the Quinn has been also getting a disproportionately large number of kills. Whereas unfortunately, as we see it on Gangstas, we see the kills relegated to most all the team except the support tacos. While it will be good if they decide to, if they get the position for team fights,
Should be interesting.
the
They've got a
distribution
diamond.
between the teams is
Both each have a
led
diamond.
towards Waterloo, as their powerhouses are in fact getting fed, while the enemy powerhouses on Gangstas are
Like both Marina and Emily are ranked.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like we finally made it into the rift. Also, it keep pulling up our chat box.
Should we do a different key time?
Yes.
What do you want to do?
You see Waterloo coming in
Control key.
and checking out Dragon, see that it
I don't think that
drops
does
and they drop
anything.
their own inside the pit. No one has taken Dragon yet, it's 16-minute game. And we are only 13 some odd minutes.
Will it work for either
away
control?
from
That's the real question.
Slot. So
Should.
we'll see if any team decides to make moves that
Not only your control, but
that
that's
first
fine.
dragon would be a big power spike for either team if they were to get it. But it's also going to be quite a dangerous push for them to stretch out that part. And Quinn comes in and gets the kill on the cannon, who was able to get a stun, but it was not enough.
And it looks like we loaded right into the rift just for another pause.
But does not block the wave. Blitz gets pretty.
Now would be a good time to make a sandwich or go to the bathroom.
Kill by the Jax.
Or do your homework.
And then we see the Quinn pick up a kill on the Vine.
We all know you're going to make a sandwich right now.
Come down, Jax picks up another one.
Unless making a sandwich is your homework, then rock on, culinary students.
Looks like J-Rex is finally getting into his own with his Jax. He's hit his power spike that he is accustomed to, and he is starting to make the plays needed. And we're finally seeing some dragon action to clear the wards. But they don't go for dragon because the Sivir is still inside, and the Nivea is starting to rotate down. Backside of dragon. So we'll see if they try and catch them off guard. Now he's pretty low. This could be quite dangerous for him.
A lot of waiting.
Bot laners from Team Gangstas just got out. And the Jax decides to make a surprise play. Ganks the Nivea by himself in River, and she lands a stun and
You know, I wonder if we're just gonna have to cancel this game
He's able to lay down
because
some hurt, but not without hurt, escaping just fine. And her
He wanted
pass
lunch
is
at noon.
also up, so.
Well, we'll just play it
Had a
then.
hard time with her down.
5 minutes.
Quinn pushed away.
We're not getting lunch.
Top lane, but he's not taking all the way to tower, as that's a bit too far for her twice. Not quite safe just yet, not without any vision there. And good choice because Vi comes in across the small enough, and we're seeing pace from that. We're seeing Waterloo really wants to make a play on that dragon. Sivers starts pushing up against the tower to keep Lost Gangsters away from that dragon box. And how is it going to work out for them? It looks like Waterloo is also opposed near Dragon Pit. The Kennon's coming in to try to face off against the Blitzcrank, who's just watching the back. And now he goes in with him as well. But that Blitz is just too speedy, and that electric gerbil is not strong enough. And Waterloo grants the first dragon, and that is going to be a massive power spike for them. Nami ult comes down, manages to get a couple people off guard. Kennen manages to stun the rest, and wow, Team Gangsters actually cleans up. Or it's going to be a full ace. Unfortunately, they did not get any pentakill, but this is going to be quite a chance for them to push. Where you see Nami and Tristana walking down the bot lane, and nope, Tristana is checking bucks instead of pushing.
All right, and we see Kabum Black actually giving advice here to Curbstampin. Look at the IIT class. I like that.
5 for none.
Here's the first game. All my and so they could see like 5 victory experience.
And Jackson is still pushing up as everyone from Team Waterloo is now up. Things come down around the president. And the Quinn comes in and does not grab kill on Kennen as long as Kennen doesn't. Oh, Jackson grabs a kill. Kennen manages to make it out alive with sub 100 health, and the Jax gets pulled by the Blitz to his doom from the Sivir. And unfortunately, that Unir is.
All right, and it looks like Hackerum is singing right now.
And
there we go. We are on the rift and ready to go.
Sacrifice himself for the bye. I'm not sure how smart that was, as he's now 3 and 5. But it was 2 kills in favor of.
Oh, looks like Heimerdinger is going mid.
Take up an advantage on right guard. Here's the subs coming in gold in this thing.
So we see both teams moving into their standard jungle defending positions. Now it looks like we are going to get Fiora in top lane. For a while it looks like we might see a Heimerdinger in top.
Now he's going towards. Finally seeing some vision in there now. If you still have a ward up from I can do it just far, they're on the dragon pit, and that's not going to be up for just a while.
How many USB ports?
Makes it back.
We're even on towers, only 1 kill up is in favor of Gangsters, and they do have a gold lead, very slightly, by just about 8K.
So far, there's no big
Just by
advantages.
0.8K. And Kenny goes in and he pops them in. No, does he pop? Yes, he. Maybe he did not even have her passing up, and he just gets a kill. Way to go for Kenny, because he's actually with the. And now we see top lane Quinn.
Both teams just sitting in their jungle. Very exciting stuff.
As he cannot finish her off. And the Kenny comes in to finish off the clear, and he does. Kenny just picks himself up.
Looks like Hackerum's going to try to start with his
But as
blue.
top lane Sivir is pushing in and manages to take a tower with the Blitz. And unfortunately, Tristana does not have the damage yet to take her down. But does have enough damage for the Blitz. And the Queen comes in and gets the cannon, who was too far ahead when he was even within his own lane.
Got a level advantage.
So it looks like we're actually going to see Gangplank versus Heimerdinger in mid lane.
Notice that it is.
Oh, looks like Gangplank is going top. So that will be a Syndra versus Heimerdinger. I do like seeing. It is, as far as we could tell, it was.
She's coming out on top with this.
It's not on, we have it up, it's not broadcasting.
It's literally going.
It's fine.
Another Pokemon
On point today.
right now, they're trying to keep them pushing in.
That's the only one that's right now. The other ones, I mean, they're on, like, they're not on.
Oh,
That might just be a TV thing, so.
Yeah. All right, this is an interesting bot lane here. Seeing as Nautilus and Kalista did take the double golems there, so they did level up before Caitlyn and Leona.
mark, but they are down a dragon.
Yes, of course, the simple mixture of the mobility and defense. Here we see Nautilus going in. The mixture of mobility and defense that Nautilus and Callista get is very, very tough to deal with, but the Caitlyn might actually just, with sheer range, be able to deal with it later in the game.
With his cutlass active, and he was able to take her down. Let's see if he was able to take down that tower. Sivers pushing.
Of course, a Spirit Bond with Callista being able to strategically insert Nautilus pretty much anywhere she wants. Nobody likes a Nautilus in the face.
In the rush, so I don't know, top, and she started rushing down.
And here we see a fight in top lane. Big Knights go down, but it looks like
Nothing happens.
nope. Looks like Isaro's going to get away.
I'm running against it, so go for it. I can't force the game.
Heimerdinger doing what he does best, i.e. living inside of his lane. He has set up his base camp of turrets.
Alright, they're rotating around, looking to try and secure the enemy team spots as they're starting to push closer, and Alyssa ready to get a bit of a kerfuffle in mid lane.
That's a fun word.
Kerfluffle.
Udyr securing his buffs, and Vi was not able to stop it. And we see the Quinn who gets caught in a bubble and then gets destroyed as we see ult after ult come down. We see the tentacles again try and pop the Udyr, and they get him.
Excellent trade comes down for
And we are paused in the middle of the engage here on bot lane.
Finally, see the Vi gets some first grenade. Another Nami bubble comes down and puts the hurt on the Blitzcrank as the Tristana is in the back. And
All right, and we are ready to go back in, and let's see if Caitlyn can net herself out. And she netted away.
And has a nice little push going on.
Yeah, the amount of aggression that they're laying down on top of the Caitlyn is kind of impressive.
Vi is managing to take care of the enemy Raptors and figure that out.
This Caitlyn Leona team is really kind of designed more for a passive kind of play, right? Like they're going to try to just simply outfarm. And they're doing a pretty good job of keeping up away from their tower, but the Nautilus, every time he sees an opening, he's going to throw that anchor at them.
Jack Slash, fail flash over the wall. He tries to stop it, but that credit wall is just too powerful, and Olivia comes in and sees the kill.
And the Heimerdinger already putting pressure on Syndra's tower.
Also, that happened so quickly that I wasn't even able to see the character first.
Syndra, of course, taking his turrets and tossing them around.
Still crab vision being acquired here. Gangsta side, as they attempt to get.
And here we see Fiora going in against the Gangplank. Gangplank, of course, running around, trying to wait for his Q to recharge.
Ooh, flash ult by Warwick. And that's a really
He does have. Oh.
She didn't stand a chance for that.
Okay, go for it.
More and more vision coming down the water, and we're also finally seeing some from Gangstas. We're seeing some.
He was continuing to push.
Oh, here comes Hecarim for the gank.
But I have not seen any vision wards yet so far.
All right, can we get one more attack? There it goes.
He hits him with the charge, sealing the deal for the kill for Fiora. And that's first blood to top lane.
First tower of the game.
All right,
TP
so
top
this starts to good start some action again. Looks like everyone's starting to group up around Waterloo's blue buff. Both teams know that it's going to be up soon, and they are interested in making sure that they secure it.
Early CS is one of the most satisfying.
Both teams are very hesitant to go in, as this has been a very close game, very dependent on positioning from either team.
Ooh, Rhaegar
However,
Suns
Aces has driven themselves into a very tight lead at this point, and it will go to whoever.
Here we go. Nocturne's going to try to come in and push the Heimerdinger back. But Heimerdinger's turrets are just too much to get through.
And he only gets the Udyr, and he takes a crossway from Olivia, but it's not enough to finish him as he backs up.
But Aurelia is
Blitz silences people under tower, but it's not enough to
he's
finish them.
strong and
Olivia egg pass it popped, and Jax killing.
stunned by
And
Syndra.
Vi steals the kill from Jax, who had been working her down this whole time. Blitz is running away under tower as the Vi manages to go in and grab herself
I
a
think it should just be a shoutcast instead of whatever it is that he does.
Aces are moving ahead into a sweet.
You just gotta talk. And Nocturne's going to try to come back in here, and he's going to try to get the gank again, but he fails. He throws the hand, he misses.
This is going to be a very different.
And now we see him engage here in bottom. The Nocturne stopping the Leona.
They don't have a ward either.
Callista's going to go for it. She's putting the spears in them.
Oh, there's both junglers. There's both junglers. There we go.
Yep, the Nocturne trying to come in to see if he can try to seal the deal for a kill in bottom lane, but Hecarim comes in to stop him.
Here does it I guess if they just want to hang out and spawn be dead, well then.
Oh, it looks like Hecarim is coming back. Oh, he's hanging out around Dragon. See if he can get that vision there to set up for another gank later.
Team Kabum Black playing very defensively here in bottom lane. And Fior goes into that mid lane, gets a kill. And the tower takes down Nocturne.
Janna might be going down. Yeah.
We're getting a teleport in the mid lane to keep this tower from going down. Is he going to get there in time?
Oh, Team Waterloo is making a rather risky push.
Oh, he gets Fiora, but he loses the tower. And now he's going to go for Heimerdinger. Oh no, but he walks right into Heimerdinger's base camp. The turret's shooting Gangplank down as he was too greedy.
But it is not enough as the Quinn tries to help and get the heck out of there. There does not want any more of that generous.
Looking for treasure to plunder, and he ran his ship ashore.
We'll start with the dragon and
Ken is making his focus. Team Waterloo is very afraid now.
This Nautilus Callista team, they're just staying in lane. They have yet to come back. And now Nocturne's getting his buff. He's getting ready to do another gank as Fiora comes up to try to clean her lane back out on top.
yep, that's the top lane.
They're doing well. They're up in gold. But if they can't keep this pressure off of the bottom lane, Kabum Black could be falling behind here very shortly.
Plus, they back off from each other as Quinn decides to sit on the tower. Mine is still cleaning up Waterloo's buffs for them. How kind of her.
Gragas picks up the
Heimerdinger getting really aggressive, laying down whatever he can on top of the Syndra. He knows that her tower is down, and if he pushes her back, he can keep putting those towers down.
And twice, and she is dead. That is a lot of back she is putting down.
There's the Caitlyn harass. She did stop the back, and here comes Hecarim.
Hecarim charges in, and it looks like we get an exhaust down. Callista's going down. Nautilus is going to run out of health. Yep, there's the ult. Callista takes the bullet for Nautilus, but takes her right in the face and goes down.
Shame on you, support. And now we see Kabum going for the dragon here. This will be uncontested.
Yeah, so this is the type of team play you really got to do in sort of bracketed tournament, is they know that they're ahead. They know that they've got the advantage, and they've got to keep that advantage. And here Fiora goes in for another kill on the Syndra. They're basically just going to take this advantage, and they're going to try to turn it into a steamroll.
Both teams are.
And what they really got to watch out for is Icer. Icer is basically their team captain. The man is right on point all of the time. He's watching his team. He's watching the enemy team. He knows exactly when to make the moves. If he's going in for a fight, he's doing it because he knows he has an advantage.
There's the Gangplank ult.
It looks like, yep, Leona gets caught out.
The Jax takes down that tower with that rank
bring up for Aurelia. But that's mostly evened out by Syndra's lead over Yasuo.
And they push in, and they are going to get themselves an inhibitor trick. And quite possibly an inhibitor, as there is only Quinn available to stop them.
Good way to farm against the
Short line on the Jax does not do much, as that and Tristana put down more than enough hurt on that building.
It looks like this Calista is trying to just be very, very aggressive. Just go for the tower kill. See if they can take the lane. But every time that she pushes up like this, you can see the Hecarim's coming in. He knows that it's there. He's going to charge in now.
I don't think they need it.
Caitlyn, he gets the Callista, he hits jump, he gets exhausted. Caitlyn kind of failing to follow up there a little bit.
To push towards Dragon, chasing off the Jax at the head, as they too are aware that, and Triss was able to grab a dragon for them, so they got their second dragon on Healer, and the Quinn was not able to burst down that cannon.
Oh, there goes Fiora. She is just a little too fed now. Can Gangplank do anything about this?
Yeah, she's got the Hydra now. She's got the AD she has to just kind of charge it on Gangplank and lay it down. Gangplank, unless he's got that really heavy crit build, not really good at that kind of bursty damage that he needs. And here we see the Callista finally claims her turret in bottom lane. So now we've got to see if this is actually going to be enough of a lead for them to actually try to press an advantage here in the bottom lane. To try to sort of make up some of that goal difference against Kabum Black. You got to keep in mind that they're 2-5 right now, even though, and they're actually even on towers now. The kills for Kabum Black are very lopsided still. The Fiora's got 3 of their 5 kills. If Curbstampin can sort of zone the Fiora out of a fight, if they can catch her out and then get the rest of the team, they can sort of turn the tide of this battle right now.
Kevin is stealing their blue. And he gets pulled by the blitz and gets caught off guard by 3 of them. And he goes down to the Udyr. Udyr finally got himself his first kill of the game.
So by taking her tower, Fiora and Nautilus sort of feel, oh wait, no, we see the Fiora all come in, and Gangplank's going to try to stop her with his ult, but it's just not enough to slow her down.
Now Fiora is 1-1. So if we can see her rotate around, she may be able to pick up more kills in team fights.
And we see a big team fight go down here.
Those frostbite quits are hurting, but not hurting enough because
Those Heimer turrets are so powerful right now.
You do not want to fight underneath of Heimerdinger's base camp. It's that Callista and that Nautilus thought that by taking their tower and getting really aggressive that they could start the roam and try to press an advantage in some of the other lanes, but they started a team fight that they just couldn't win underneath of Heimerdinger.
I think this is a pretty common mistake here when you're facing a team that has a lot of variability with their skill set. Now, the bottom lane here for Kabum Black are their unranked members. So, it looks like Curbstampin was trying to capitalize on that, but I think they got a little too big for their britches there.
Lions are still and we see second ticker down for Gangsters.
Now they are thinking about the enemy team, right? Of course, and they're trying to get an advantage. They know that they're behind right now. Their goal difference is growing bigger and bigger and bigger with every passing moment. They can't afford to give Fiora any more kills, and you can see the Fiora right now. She's farming in the jungle. She's not trying to go out by herself. She's playing it very smart. And here we go. Nope, the Fiora's going to go in. She's going to try to get a kill on Syndra, but Syndra knocks her back and stuns her.
Well, yeah, Fiora has got to get out of there. There's 3 members of Curbstampin there.
And Fiora's kind of trying to play the cards here a little bit, right? Like it looks like she's coming in. She's trying to make them think that she's alone. She's trying to bait them back into her team.
Waterloo is onto their ship, and they are not.
And you can see these guys have been playing it around Heimerdinger,
Oh,
right?
look at that. They are on top of a ward. They tried to set up a victory bush, and that was not meant to be.
But it's not going to be fast enough as Waterloo is coming in, and
All right, we do see Dragon is in about a minute here, so they, Curbstampin does need to set this up right now if they have any chance of securing this.
Oh, nope, but it looks like Hecarim's going to try to come in his tower. There goes
there's Fiora
getting the ult and the kill. Hecarim, Fiora's behind the tower. She's going to come in on Syndra. Yep, there she goes for the double kill. And Gangplank tried to lay down his ult to give some suppression, but it just isn't enough anymore.
Look at, they're running right into, there's the bot lane.
Here it comes up. Hecarim tries to drop his ult to get out, but he's just not enough. It looks like Fiora's going to go down.
Oh no, and it looks like Leona's going to go down too here.
Just wandering right into the
that was a misplay by Heimerdinger.
Fiora gets a triple, Callista gets a triple kill. Looks like she's going to go for a quadra, but Nautilus takes it. Here comes Caitlyn. Caitlyn kills the Callista. She's worth a lot of gold right now, right after that triple kill.
Caitlyn does have double buffs from that fight. That's going to be great for pushing a lane here.
And it looks like Team Curbstampin is going to try to get the water hamster, set up a dragon kill.
Gangplank is having an awful lot of trouble with that.
Caitlyn following him around, just trying to harass him, keeping him from setting up the dragon kill for Team Curbstampin.
That was an outstanding game from both teams. We saw a lot of early game aggression come out.
It looks like Curbstampin has backed away from this, and we do see the teleport coming in. This looks like this could be Kabum's next dragon here.
They're going in for the dragon fight, and Curbstampin is watching them. They're not far behind.
There comes Fiora.
There it is.
And he went down to the ignite.
Fiora just sort of playing off of that dragon, right? She knows that they're going to come up there. She's going to pick out a weak member of their team. Now she's going to fall back. Hecarim going in. This is a really, really rough fight.
Two for none right here. That was great for Kabum Black.
Remember what I said earlier, Isaro, that guy, he's looking at the enemy team. He's looking at his team. When he's going in for a fight, it's because he thinks he has an advantage.
Meanwhile, in top lane, minions are pushing on the inhibitor turret.
You know, one thing I just want to point out here is just look at the ward coverage on the map. Just the amount of wards that are down here for the red side compared to the blue side. They had complete vision control over Dragon there. That is why that fight, you know, turned in the tides here for Kabum Black. Vision keeps you alive in this game.
Exactly. It was very obvious afterwards, or it was probably very obvious afterwards to them that Fiora was using that dragon fight actually as a bait, right? Like, she knew that they were going to come up. She knew that they were going to sit behind that wall and that they were going to watch dragon fight looking for an advantage. And she used that moment of indecision on their team to make a decisive strike against the Nocturne. And here she comes in again over the wall, and there goes her ult, and the Nocturne's going to go down.
Can she get out of this fight, though?
Nope, Nocturne's going to knock her up, and she's going to get slowed. Oh, and Syndra gets it with one of her balls.
Although, that was a 1 for 2. That still did go in favor for Kabum Black here.
It's as soon as you see that Fiora come in, you know that she's there, and you know that her team is going to be right behind her. And of course, this Heimerdinger is just camped out in middle lane. He said that the middle of that river is just his base camp.
That 1/3 your shield might save one of these jumps.
What he's done this entire game is he's basically set up a very strategic point for their team to revolve around. Team Curbstampin's been having a really hard time basically getting around those turrets.
Here's what's interesting here. Baron does come up in about a minute. Now, I did just see the bot lane here for Kabum recall, so I bet you they're going to be setting up here for that Baron. Heimer can take a Baron pretty early.
What they've got to do is they've got to get really aggressive on top of them, right? Like, they can't let this indecision sort of drive them into a defeat. When they see that Baron come up, they know that they're going over there. They've got to watch. They've got to watch Team Kabum. They've got to know where all of their players are. They've got to know where that Fiora is.
And we have an issue here because Curbstampin does not have a ward on Baron right now.
Team Kabum setting it up.
Looks like they're gonna pick up.
Oh, look, Fiora's gonna go in.
Nope, there goes the Hecarim using his ult to get in.
He's trying to teleport away?
The Heimerdinger and Caitlyn not far behind him. Oh, and he goes down because he gets suppressed by the Gangplank ult. Fiora gonna slip in here as they're all TPing away.
No, these guys are back. She tried to go after Gangplank and he had to TP back mid. That's what happened there.
Here we go, the Baron is up now.
Oh, this is Syndra going down. That's really bad for Burning Man. That's a lot of their damage.
Nocturne was spotted by Kabum ward there, so they know where he is. There are wards all over that jungle.
Of course, Team Kabum, they have the water hamster vision at Baron now.
Burning Man. I'm not Nautilus too.
This is still a very, very close game. All Curbstampin has to do is find an advantage somewhere. They've got to insert themselves into the middle of that team. If they can get the Fiora, if they can get their team while the Heimerdinger is sitting here camped in this mid lane, they just got to find that 5v4, right? If they can get that 5v4, if they can get Kabum down, they can take a couple towers, they can take the Baron, they can get some piece of advantage that will leave in the gold outs.
Oh, there comes Fiora on Calista. That's going to be an easy kill for her.
Yep. Fiora goes in, gets the ult, and then zips back out. But Nocturne coming in on the Fiora.
3 spooky, 5 me.
Oh, Fiora so hard to kill with her lifesteal, particularly for the Nautilus. He tries to get under his tower, but
Hecarim was a little too strong there.
Yep.
Uh-oh. We have crit plank here.
And now we watch two very tanky champions grind against each other. But they decide that that's too dull for them, and they run away.
Looks like they're heading towards Baron.
Yep. Team Kabum here is setting up a Baron kill.
Although I will note that here that Calista did just complete her rune-ons, so that will help her pushing incredibly.
Well, you can see they're at the Baron, but they see Curbstomp coming in. They're going to back off of it. They know that they're not in a position to.
They're not healthy enough.
Nope, they can't fight both Baron and Curbstomping at the same time.
Also, Dragon is in 45 seconds here. They might just rush towards Dragon right here, but there is a blue side ward. Will they get spotted?
Oh, we got to pause.
So 1 for nothing. Really continue split pushing, so there's not too much you can do about this.
Fiora's complaining she's frozen, but she's not playing Lissandra. We all know that.
Supposed to happen except what, from 12 to 1? Yeah, I think so. I just want to get set up.
I think Syndra camping out on the edge, but she backs off.
You know, while they're doing that, let's just, I just want to double check that.
Aurelia has pinked the top lane.
Alright, looks like we're back. And it looks like they're going to try to take this mid tower. The Callista just going totally ham on it. Here they go. They claim that mid tower.
She is pushed up a little far. Fiora is coming up behind them.
Fiora getting a little brave. She's going right in the middle of all the 4 of Team Curbstampin. She's backing off. I think
Can
she realizes.
4v1? That's the real question here.
Not with that Nautilus there. She can't.
Oh, I see a Thornmail coming out. That is for Fiora. That is a respect build right there.
Game's pretty quiet right now. Might be something in the
Enemy teams sort of staring each other down, figuring out where they are, what's going on. Hecarim a little out of place out in the jungle. Nautilus putting himself in front of his team. Again, they're very close here. Each of these teams is looking for that one little piece of advantage that they can get over the other.
Yeah, there is
Oh,
only
no, there goes an Octane on Fiora. Fiora is going to go down. Is she going to take anybody with her? No.
No. Wow, but that was for a dragon.
Yes, so Team Kabum Black gets the dragon. Kind of an
Hashtag
even
worth?
trade at this point. Yeah, it's all Fiora obviously trying to just stall them so that they can get the dragon. Now Team Kabum Black is backing off, but was
Oh, that was dangerous for Woog right there.
Nope. Here come the ults. It looks like Caitlyn goes behind the wall. Hecarim getting her vision. Heimerdinger backing up Leona. Looks like they're all going to get out of there. They almost killed the Nautilus.
She's gonna take down this turret. That might not have been a good.
Both teams backing off, and that was actually, even if it was a bit of an accident, kind of a smart move there by Kabum Black, because what was going on there is they were backing away from the dragon. They were down. They were unhealthy. Team Curbstampin was trying to push that, right? They were going for that mid tower. They were trying to see if they could even get up to that inhibitor. By fighting them and basically doing the fight really clever, they were able to keep Team Curbstampin from taking any more towers.
Syndra takes the raptor.
You know what I find interesting here is that, while Kabum is 6 kills up, they are only, 3,000 gold ahead here. This is still a very close game. Oh, there goes Fiora.
Fiora's gonna go across that wall. She sees the Syndra out by herself, and she goes, "Nope, Syndra, that was a mistake."
She's got.
Oh, you own that.
tanky. Still gotta worry about that.
Oh, you're a man.
Yeah, we do have to worry here about, that Callista and her Hurricane, because she's putting spears down on everyone. That can be dangerous in a team fight.
Yep. So here's this Caitlyn's going out by herself. Nocturne gonna try to see if he can get a sneaky kill in on her. Trying to split push. Can she kill the Nocturne? She's got a huge minion wave at her advantage. Oh, no, there goes the gameplay call.
Oh.
Is it going to be close? Oh, she killed him. She got him with the revolver, but she goes down to the gangplank call. Hecarim just a moment too late to save her.
But he needs to get out of there. He is surrounded by Curbstampin.
Pushing up mid, they should wait for Warwick.
Sorry, not Hecarim. Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger trying to set his base camp up a little closer. He gets the Syndra.
That was a bad zone. That was a bad zone.
Oh, no, he's going to... he goes down to Callista. Coming in as he's invincible.
But now can Wu get away with Callista's hopping?
So this is a critical moment for Team Kabum Black, right? They were doing well. They're up at they're getting close to the enemy base, but Team Curbstampin, they know that they're down. They're playing a little defensive. They're trying to pick out enemy players. And they're trying to come back, and they are starting to come back a little bit. The gold difference not really getting much bigger. And here comes Fiora. She sees an enemy player out. She sees the Callista out.
Oh, she did not get her.
Nope. Pop the heal in order to escape from the Fiora.
Here's the real question, though, is, will Kabum pull a CLG? Because, they're winning until they lose.
Exactly.
Second tier tower going down. And the inhib
I literally have a poster of that in my cubicle at work.
Really?
Yeah, someone made it for me.
Right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna update the bracket, update the timetable.
Yasuo comes in, gets a good kill.
Is it starting at 1 or 1? This is
Two
starting.
for two. 2 for 1
So
right
they're
now.
eating into their lunch right now, that's what I
Flash
kind
forward,
of.
Graves.
Yeah.
They are eating their lunch.
Graves gets another double kill. A
We'll
triple.
know on the next team fight here.
But they
Graves
should
picks
also.
up a quadra kill.
Oh,
Show me how to export.
And that's just what they needed.
Here we go.
Troubadours are back in this.
Yeah, so it's Team Kabum Black. You can see they're falling back a little bit. They're playing a little bit more defensively, and they can't really do that. They have to keep pressing this advantage they have if they want to win.
They're trying to farm to win. Oh, Fiora's got
gets
out.
caught out. Fiora leading them away. No. Oh, Team Kabum
Oh,
Black
she should
needs.
not have gone back in.
That's rough. They have to pull it back together here. They can't just keep letting Team Curbstampin pull them out, get individual kills, try to close that gold gap.
Icebro has been doing a good job of shot calling here, telling his teammates what to do, but he does need to put them on his back and go for it.
He's got to saddle them up.
Things come on.
Well, he has a pony with him.
So yeah, so it won't take.
Heimerdinger.
Oh,
Oh!
finally a good zone. Yes, here we go. There's the turret.
Running right into the Heimerdinger base again.
I guess we can expect bot lane to go down here, and mid will defend.
If you didn't, yeah, and because the second you end it and then you restart it, it'll make it really.
That is a tank plank, not a crit plank.
So here we see that Callista and Nautilus putting pressure on again while the rest of their team defends. But we can see Extendo Hugs down here. Heimerdinger throwing his turrets in front of the enemy turret. Then we've got some turret v turret action down here, and he's going to take that bottom turret from them. You can see the pings going off. They're like, this Heimerdinger is not okay. Get rid of him. Oh
it did not
no.
go
He just
down.
barely missed the tower's health.
Let's see how much health is on that tower here.
Everything's she's too far to follow up.
67 health.
Missed it by that much.
Not really an option right now. The red inhibitor.
That was not worth.
So we can see Team Kabum Black, they're not doing the spread out thing anymore, right? They're sticking with each other. The Fiora in the back line waiting for an engage to happen so she can dive in and use her ult.
Drag is in 30 seconds here, so they do need to set this up. This would be their fourth in a row here, and this will just only help them. Oh, Fiora sees. Oh, let's see where she's going.
Fiora's going to go for the farm. Yeah, so Team Kabum Black kind of taking a bit of a turtle strategy here. They're kind of just going to bulk up a little bit, see if they can actually get in there and really just go for it once they've got the
Oh,
the
they
4 or 5 dragons
missed
here.
the Leona. Oh, there she goes with the
Nope.
ult. That's okay.
No amount of mobility is going to help that Callista there.
Look at the amount of spears in Hecarim. Oh, here's
Oh,
Heimerdinger getting the
Heimerdinger's
turret.
coming to finish
There
the
we
job.
go.
Nautilus goes
Oh, there's the
Oh,
paranoia.
no, yep. There comes the Nocturne to come in, and the Fiora's going to try to come in to help him, but she gets stunned.
She's gonna eat all.
Oh
the
no, the Heimerdinger drops his
Oh,
turret,
again,
so he gets a double kill.
Here's Nautilus though. Can they take him down? He's awful tanky. Oh, let's see here.
Nope, that Nautilus, he's running for his base. He hooks into the Nexus.
Oh,
he
no, they
uses
did
this
not
to try to
get him.
away. Nope.
But you know, we did see a dragon go down here in the middle of this. So you know, this still can be worth it. Oh, there's a Heimerdinger turret. They will be able to
This
get.
Heimerdinger and
Can they
Fiora.
get a kill here though?
Yeah, and this is exactly the advantage that Kabum Black needed,
Oh, he's
right?
fighting the turret.
Oh no, he's
Oh,
gonna go down.
no.
He falls in the turret.
You know,
Oh, that's rough.
that was classic bronze right there.
Graves picks up the red buff.
Where is the damage coming from? All right, the Heimerdinger turret.
Huge wave here. Syndra should be able to clear it though.
Uh-oh, Hecarim might be in trouble here. I don't think he can 1v2 these guys.
Nope.
Oh, there's the flash.
Yep, he
He'll be
flashes
safe.
across the wall, and now he's gonna speed up like the pony that he is.
Ride like the wind, cowboy.
It's going to be an extended siege down here in bot lane.
So Kabum Black regathering here, regrouping a little bit after taking an inhibitor.
Birdman can't really take a fight right now. Not with
Curbstampin's kind of spread out across the map.
Nocturne is bot trying to clear out that minion wave.
If Team Kabum Black just goes in for it, they can probably catch Team Curbstampin out of position.
Stun comes in from Syndra and
Alright, so.
this isn't going anywhere for the Jubilees and they know it. They back off.
Looks like they're setting up for a Baron here.
Yep, they know right now that if they get a Baron and they make a solid push down that mid or that top lane, they can probably seal a deal on a victory for this game.
Oh, that Nautilus is caught out a little bit, but do we have enough damage here?
Nope, all his temp health. He's gonna just shield all that damage. He's doing a little bit of scouting.
They've got excellent vision right now.
See, is Heimer going to try and steal the blue? Oh, there's Fiora.
Yep. Fiora comes in, gets the kill on the Nautilus. Now they're 10. All their front line is down. You can see Team Curbstampin backing
They're
off.
just going to go for the Baron now.
This is the perfect time to get the Baron for Team Kabum Black, and they're just going to go for it. They've got all 5 members. They're healthy. The enemy team is down a player, and most importantly, they're down their health sync.
And here's what's going to be interesting here. Curbstampin does know they're there because that ward and that gangplank ult. So let's see here if they can just turn this right around into a fight and run right into the base.
That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to press this advantage right now. They're going to take their Baron buff. They're going to run down those towers, and they're going to take a second and possibly even a third inhibitor and just make it a checkmate against Team Curbstampin.
That classy Hecarim initiation, he smited that Gromp on the way into his initiation.
Yep.
Oh, Fiora is not going to be able to fight this on her own.
Nope.
She needs her team.
Well, you can see what Fiora is doing, and she knows she's a prime target. She's basically stalling for time so that her team can take the turrets.
That was an excellent push.
Alright, so can you hear this? Oh,
Yeah, I can.
is it too loud?
It's working. It's too sensitive.
Oh, so
All right, there's the Baron buff minions coming in here. They're not going to be able to fight this wave off.
Yep, they're going to push down this mid lane. They may even try to go in under this turret. Who knows?
They're fighting there, and that cannon minion can still hit. He's just going to, take,
Exactly, and this has been a strategy that they've sort of developed through this entire game, right? Is they know they have an advantage, but they know that their advantage isn't enormous. They're just going to sort of turtle up. They're going to take their advantage, and they're not going to give it up. And they're going to wait for that one more. Here it comes.
Oh, there's the Zonius. That was a great Zonius. Kept him alive, and they flashed out.
Here come the Heimerdinger turrets. The
There's
ults
the
are going down.
Fiora. Okay, here.
And this is probably game for Team Kabum Black.
Well, let's see. He might go. Heck went down to the turret, and Fiora's gone.
Hecarim chasing them away. Heimerdinger staying back, using his turrets to kill him. Oh no, but the Gangplank ult catches him.
Heimerdinger got a triple kill from beyond the grave right there.
But they pushed this tower down a little bit. They got 3 kills. They've got two alive. They traded even, and they got most of the health on the tower. Plus, look at this bottom lane. This bottom lane is actually pushed in and dealt damage to their Nexus turrets.
Crazy, a double kill already.
Yeah, we got to see Caitlyn and Leona here step up. I know they're the weakest members of the team, but Isaro needs to coach them, and they can fight here, but they're going to run away.
It's a little harsh. Yeah, get on Isaro's back.
Yeah, take it, Isaro.
Break the saddles out.
Okay, that was good. They have the vision there around Dragon, because Dragon is coming up in about a minute and a half here. That would be their 5th Dragon, and that's the most important one there.
That was the important.
Kaboom.
You can see that Team Curbstampin is basically forced to stay back and defend their base at this point.
Judos has built up a 3,000 gold lead. There's no indication that that's going to get smaller.
We can see
Here we've got Baron
Team
going down
Kabum
to
sort of
the
grouping
first.
up here a little bit. And again, they're going to look for their next advantage. That's what they're doing. That's what they've done the entire game.
Their Baron is almost up, so they need to do a put. Oh, let's see. There's
That Caitlyn
the
ult's
ult.
going to go.
It's too late. Baron's already down.
She fires off a Racing Hull, gets a little damage off.
Looks like they're going to go with.
Looks like this Dragon's going to be contested here.
Oh, but Heimerdinger going back. He wants the turret. He gets the turret, but he looks like he's going to go down. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, he
This
kills
is
the
Zonius.
Nocturne.
That was such a great Zonius.
But you can see now he's drawn the team away. His team's going to follow in on that. The Nocturne is down. And they're going
That
to go
was
in.
a great Leona ult. I love that right there.
Leon's going to send him, and Hecarim's going to charge in here. He's going to make him run away.
Alright.
We can see Fiora is still alive. Fiora's still healthy.
Is
She's
this going to
doing
be
a
the
ton of
ace right here?
damage.
Can they get Callista?
Nope, Calista flashes away. She uses her mobility expertly. She takes down the Hecarim, and now she's going to go for the Fiora. She gets a
double
Fiora for a
kill.
double kill. The Caitlyn's going to come in here, try to finish the job, but she just does not have what she needs to deal with
Only she had her
Calista's
ult up.
mobility.
She used that a little early there in that initiation.
That was a really brilliant play by Callista right there. You saw it. She flashed back into her tower. She used her dodge. She's using her sidestep. She's using the mobility to get away from Leona, to get away from the Fiora.
She has that Guardian Angel now. It's going to be twice as hard to take her down.
And you can see she's going to come up here. She knows that if she can just catch this Caitlyn, that's all she's got to do.
See if Caitlyn can net over the wall.
Nope, Caitlyn's going to get away. But the Heimerdinger, he's coming in. He's brave.
Oh, no.
He knows
There
he's
he
got
goes.
his ult up. He's going to
got
drop
the
the
minion
big turret. He's got his minion wave. He does so much damage with his turrets now.
Trying to 1v2.
Oh, no. He goes down.
saw it.
And there's Caitlyn taking the blue for her, CDR. Can't live without blue when playing Caitlyn.
These teams are very evenly matched.
Oh, can she?
Oh,
There's
okay,
Hecarim. There's
nope.
Hecarim. I think Kalissa's in trouble here.
Nope, Kalissa's going to... Oh, she's fighting a dragon too. Can she take down the Hecarim?
Oh, and Nocturne's going to come in.
Nope.
Oh, there's the Guardian Angel pops.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you look at it.
Oh, no, that was rough. Caitlyn not really realizing
Oh, but
that...
here comes Fiora. There goes Fiora. She's going to probably pick up the kill.
Yeah, the Caitlyn, I don't think really realized that she's got a Guardian Angel there, and she was playing like she didn't, right? She's leading the Caitlyn away. She's
Everything
waiting for
for the kill.
Nocturne to come back in, yeah.
I know the guy. I don't think they don't seem like the kind of
Really, a continued split pushing.
Dragon is still alive here at this point. But there's a ward in that bush on both teams.
The Fiora knows that she can basically get a double kill here if they decide to engage on her. She's running in. She's being very brave.
Can I try that?
Actually, she's moving up to the top side blue jungle there.
This is going down next. This could be a game-ending push. That's 50 seconds.
I wonder if she's going to take some farm there and then go for the push in that top turret.
Dragon ult seems to clear, but is it too little? It is.
She's just going to starve their jungler out.
The Heimerdinger no longer, not showing quite as much bravery as he was before. He's kind of just pushing down the top lane now.
This could be the end of the game, folks. Irelia goes in.
We see the Fiora's going in. She's basically gonna force her. She sees him going for dragon.
Towers fall.
That was the
And
first
this
dragon
is
for
the
Curbstampin there.
coming back from
But you can see that
behind.
Fiora's in there. You can see the ping going down. They see the Fiora in their base, but they're fighting Team Kabum. Kabum is just holding them back so the Fiora and the Heimerdinger can go in.
Yeah, Caitlyn was completely zoned off from that fight though, and I think she's just queuing at that point.
Yeah, so you can see this Kalista. The Kalista is trying to bring it back for her team.
She's trying to lifesteal here just to live through Gangplank here.
Nope,
there she goes.
He's gonna get her with his parlay. But you can see now what they've done is the
Heimer's pushing top.
Yeah, Fiora got that bottom inhibitor. Now Heimerdinger is pushing top.
We have a base race.
Team Curbstampin.
Right.
They were fighting. They fought too much. They let their base go down.
So this is going to be a mid inhib turret for maybe a Nexus turret.
This is not a base race that they can win.
Oh, Caitlyn. I think she would have been okay there. She could have stand and fought, and the turret might have finished Kalista off.
Team Kabum here has an absolute swarm of minions coming into the base.
They need to be as fast as they can.
This Gangplank, he's coming down just to minions. He can't fight off the Heimerdinger and his turrets and his army of minions that he has summoned.
Oh, and he shut him down. There we go.
Oh no, Heimerdinger getting away from the turret just in time, leaving the minions to try to finish the job.
Looks like he's sticking around that base, though. And
there
he goes. The Nocturne ult was used on him there.
Losing their base turret to minions, you can see Team Kabum using the game mechanics themselves to win the game. They've made a checkmate here. They've got 3 inhibitors down on the enemy team.
So let's see here. Baron is alive. So, what we can see here coming out of Kabum is that they take the Baron and then just rush in there with the Baron buff minions and finish the Nexus off.
Exactly, but you see, this has been an excellent game. It just proves that you don't need kills to win the game, right? Like Team Kabum giving up kills to the Kalista in a team fight just so that Heimerdinger and Fiora could go in and get inhibitors.
Oh, there goes Fiora again. Can't she finish? I don't know if she's ever going to be able to catch him there.
Nope.
So she wants that blue. Oh, there's the Leona ult.
But it was spell shielded by Nocturne. He's going to get away. But they're Team Curbstampin, it's really rough right now. They have to stay in their base, but if they stay in their base, Team Kabum's just going to get way too far ahead.
They're going to get a free Baron here is really what's going to happen.
Exactly.
They're running towards it right now. There's no vision here up for Curbstampin.
They know the Nexus is exposed. If they come to fight them at Baron, they're going to get super minions inside of their base.
I think Nautilus is coming up to check, but he's going to be too late. Oh, no. There's the second Baron of the
There's a
game.
Baron minion. Now is the time to push, right?
Gangplank tried checking with his ult, but he was a little too late there. They just had no idea where Kabum was.
I can smell the team fight coming up. Here we go. Here's the final push down mid.
Those Baron buff minions are doing so much damage.
They're going to try to take that third inhibitor back. Nautilus going in. He's going to hit the
Fiora.
Fiora. They're going to charge in. They're going to try to take the Fiora down, but
she still
Fiora
got her
ults.
ult.
The Caitlyn netting into the fight. Takes down a Nautilus and a Nocturne. Team Curbstampin running very low on health. Oh, the Callista goes down. Uses her flash.
Caitlyn ult.
Nope, there goes Syndra. Yep, and
this
their
is game
Fiora
right
is
here.
going to just take down the Nexus. A very great game. Well played by both teams.
Not gonna be given that.
Okay.
You would, that's why it's.
Right, okay.
So you are going to be on orange, that was $30 versus $32. And those we haven't decided yet. Make sure.
So I'm on 4.
Yeah, sorry.
Sloppy Joe.
And then, yes, it would be. Yes.
All right, look, we made a friend. We made a friend from Sloppy Joe there, one of our viewers. This is great.
Oh, yeah, Scarlet.
All of them.
So like literally anytime you go like, oh, I can't get you one, I start it.
All of